Good morning. This is my self-assessment number 3. I apologize for it being late. For whatever reason, I was thinking it was due Sunday because usually we have assignments due on Sunday, so I thought it was due Sunday. So here goes. I'm turning it in, 8 hours, 9 hours later, but than the time it was due. But hey, I'm turning it in. Okay, so self-assessment number 3. How many Zoom sessions total did you miss this semester? Um, none. I've attended all sessions. I have even attended all in-person sessions as well. What grade would you give yourself in this class and why? I'd give myself an A. I've turned all assignments in. Most of them I've turned in on time, besides again this one. And I've received full points for all my assignments. I've really put my heart into the assignments that I've done. And yeah, so I feel like for overall, I've done my assignments. I've done most of the readings. I struggle with the PowerPoint, but overall, I feel like I do still deserve an A in this class. Take a look at your submission for assignment number 1. What I believe about substance use. How does it hold up? Has your philosophy evolved since you completed this assignment? That assignment. If you were to change anything that you wrote, what would it be? So that's number 3. I don't know if I've really changed anything that I wrote. I feel like, this is a good question. I do feel like I had this pre-notion that, addicts are using because they want to, and they should be able to stop easily, and they need to try harder. And again, in this class, I feel like if anything, I've learned that the brain is one tricky thing, and it really has a lot to do with what's happening in the brain. It's not necessarily, what the heart wants, but what's going on in the brain chemically, where it's like how the brain is split in different portions, and each different portion has a different type of function kind of thing. And I don't know, it's just addiction's a lot harder to break than I'd imagined. And I feel like this class has given me a different look at people that are that are addicted to different substances. And I'm not going to say, I shouldn't say use the word judgmental, but I see them differently now. So I think I'm grateful for this class because I've learned that, if anything. In the introduction to his book, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, Dr. Gabor Mate states, addiction is neither a choice nor primarily a disease. It originates in a human being's desperate attempt to solve a problem. The problem of emotional pain, of overwhelming stress, of lost connection, of loss of control, of deep discomfort with the self. A, do you agree or disagree with this statement? Neither a choice or primarily a disease. It originates in a human's desperate attempt to solve a problem. I would say, yeah, like I do agree with the statement. I feel like a lot of people fall into substance use because of trauma, because of the issues that they're going through, and they're not sure how to resolve that. So they fall into substance use. So I say, yeah, addiction is neither a choice nor a disease. I feel like it's kind of a little bit, I shouldn't even say both, but that's a tricky one. But I would say I kind of do agree with the statement. If you mostly agree that substance use is not necessarily a choice, but an attempt to treat psychic pain, how might we tackle the problems associated with substance use? Counseling. Which sucks because most people that are addicts do not want to get in counseling to address trauma, and then go to Stepping Stones and have an assessment, and they'll tell Stepping Stones all the right things, or behavioral health, and they'll say, hey, this person doesn't meet medical necessity, or they don't qualify for counseling. I think that it should be that, especially in the child welfare system, if we have anyone that comes in with a substance abuse addiction and that's the reason for detention, or if we find out that is an issue, period, mandatory counseling. I think that's how we address trauma, and setting of counseling. So maybe individual is better than group, or group might be better than individual for some people, and really explore that with a person, which I know can become difficult, especially if the person doesn't want to do counseling to begin with, but we have to address the trauma. Otherwise, nothing's ever going to change. If you mostly disagree, okay, don't disagree. Think back on everything you've read, watched, heard in this class this semester. What's one thing you wish the public knew about addiction? You can draw from your readings or lectures to support your answer. Again, I'm going to draw from what I've learned, which would be that addiction is not what we think it is. It's not just someone's choice. It's really something happening in the brain. we say trauma. There is trauma there, yes, but there's still something, a chemical thing happening. There's so much more. I keep getting focused on that because I feel like that's the biggest thing I pulled from everything, like all the readings, everything. With addiction, there comes, and sobriety, there comes relapse. And it's a journey. So yeah, so I guess I would say that's what I pulled from it. I do appreciate the class. I appreciate you. You seem really down to earth, and it's just been a good experience overall. And yeah, so thank you again. This is self-assessment number 3, and I apologize that it is late. Thanks. Bye.